As a wavy, you should never brush style. Brush styling makes wavy hair fall flat. The Denman brush is only for really curly hair. Well, let me show you why that isn't the case. Hey babes, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dide, better known as Wavy Dide, and today I'm going to show you how I style my hair with the Denman brush. Most of you know it in this color, black and red, but I like pink, so I got the pink and white. It's the same brush, just a different color. The Denman brush can work really well on wavy hair, but you have to use the right technique, because if you use it the wrong way, it will hurt your hair, it will rip out your hair, and it can make your waves look flat, undefined. I think that's the thing that most wavies struggle with when it comes to brush styling, to keep the waves or even enhance the waves with the brush instead of losing your waves. So let's zoom in on the Denman brush first. The bristles are very stiff. They are not flexible at all. So please do not detangle with this brush. You can take the rows out and then you will find that you have bigger clumps. I prefer the 7 rows all in the brush instead of taking some of them out. This is the difference between the rows taken out and the full brush. All right, now let's start with brush styling. You want to make sure your hair is wet, but not soaking wet. I hate styling on dripping wet hair. Your hair has to be detangled really well, because if your hair is not detangled, your hair will get stuck in the brush and it will hurt and it will take more and more time. So please make sure your hair is wet and detangled before going in with the brush. I already applied my curl cream. It's the avocado and rose oil clump and define cream from Bounce Curl. I apply my gel after brush styling because I find that applying my gel before brush styling makes my hair really stringy. So I divided my hair in 3 sections. 1, 2, 3. For definition, you can pull the brush sideways. For volume, you want to start underneath your hair and then glide it through. I'm going for definition today. What you want to do is put it at the root like this. Turn your brush like 90 degrees and then put pressure with your finger on the brush. Do not put the tension in the brush itself with the bristles. Put the tension with your finger, because you will notice that it won't hurt and the brush glides through easily. And after, you scrunch your hair. If you feel like it's not wet enough or you want more water in your hair, you can apply water at any time during brush styling. Make sure it's wet enough and you're not styling on damp hair. Next section, well, this is a little too big. I'm gonna go with a smaller section. All right. Again, put it in at the roots. Turn it 90, well, maybe more than 90. Put your finger on the brush and glide through. And scrunch. Now I feel like my hair dried a little too much, so I'm applying a little bit more water. When I first started my curly hair journey, I thought brush styling was the only way to style your hair and to get your hair more curly. Brush styling does not make your wavy hair into 3A or 3B curls. Please know that. And at first, I was like, oh, brush styling doesn't work for me, but I just wasn't using the right methods. I was just seeing what I saw curly girls do, like people with very tight curl patterns, and they just like go like this, not a lot of pressure, and then they have beautiful curls. But with waves, it's different. And it took me a while to figure it out. More water. If you're struggling with keeping your sections separated, you can just, after brush styling, take your alligator clip and just put it away like this. All right, let me show you from the other side. Maybe then it's easier to understand. You put it at the root, turn it, put your finger on the base of the brush, and then glide through. That's all you have to do. I'm gonna clip this one away as well. Oh, I missed the spot here. Well, it's fine. I moved my camera a little bit so you can watch me style the top section, because I'm going to be styling upwards and sideways, and otherwise it would be out of frame. The top section is always the hardest because it's really like a workout for your arms. If you don't want a parting at all, make sure you brush your hair upwards and then make diagonal sections. I think I'm gonna do a kind of middle part because my hair tends to like it that way lately. Of course, water first, making sure it's detangled, fully detangled and wet. I don't do like super clean sections. Brush styling can be messy. Wavy hair and curly hair is messy, and it's totally fine. At the root, and then going like upwards and sideways at the same time. You want to create some space and air between your scalp and your hair if you want volume. If you don't want volume, let me show you. If you don't want any volume, you can just brush style like this. Going in, putting my finger at the base, and then sliding it through. Alright, let's section. Then we're done. This actually doesn't take that much time. I think 10 to 15 minutes. I remember when I started, it took me an hour to brush down my hair, and then I was like, no, I'm not gonna do this. But it takes some practice. With everything you do in life, the more you do it, the easier it gets. In, turning it, putting it, applying pressure to the side, and gliding it through. Last section of today. Same. And we're done. We'll be applying the flexible hold gel by Pretty Girly Girl. We'll be applying this much to each side first. I'm just gonna glaze it over. You don't want to rake it because then you will mess up the curl clumps you made with the brush. The more time you take with scrunching, the better the results. Alright, the gel is all scrunched in, and I'm going to be diffusing upside down, and I'll be right back. Who said that brush styling wasn't for wavy hair? Like, look at the definition and still the volume. So yeah, the Denman brush can be used on wavy hair. It works really well if you just use the right technique. I hope this tutorial was helpful and you now know how to use your Denman brush on your wavy hair. If you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next week. Doesn't say hi yet, but there she is. Ooh, I dropped it. I don't want this brush to get stuck in your hair. Oh, ow!